What we found in people that were in the family-focused arm is that one of the best ways to have a psychotic, manic, or even a depressive episode is to have a lot of negative expressed emotion in the family, so a lot of conflict, right? So if you look at it from the standpoint of moods and regulation and what looks normal and what looks predictable, if you filter health and wellness through that lens, you find that there are other things you can look at in therapy, like, oh, well, all that happens is my mom and I scream and yell at each other every time we talk. That's more likely to lead to future manias or depressions.
Okay. So something like Depakote, Buspar, is that a bipolar medication? I know
Not
some of
specific,
them.
Depakote, Trileptal.
Okay.
And then people got into lamotrigine and aripiprazole and Seroquel. Those were all things that we studied then in the early 2000s.
Okay. And that alone sometimes works, right? Sort of, but it's more successful if you integrate some of the other things that you're talking about. Rhythm, social rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a way, what you really want to think about is traditional psychotherapy, which can be great in a lot of ways for a lot of people, kind of fails this population in that way, right? Because they've got specific underlying problem, which means they've got specific needs. And so, for example, if you are manic and maybe think that you're, Jesus Christ and are, that's very hard to manage on your own. You don't think you need any medication, right? So you need your family to be there for you.